A loved one from heaven is warning you. Archangel Michael says open this before it, don't scroll, listen to this, because if this appeared on your screen right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. Pause for a moment, breathe, and stay here, because what you are about to hear is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to protect you, comfort you, and guide you at a moment when timing truly matters. Listen to this. Someone who loved you deeply, someone whose presence once felt like home, is closer than you think, and they are reaching you not through fear, but through urgency born of care. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is a whisper becoming a voice because the window for awareness is open right now. Don't scroll. The reason this feels personal is because it is. A loved one from heaven has been watching you walk through confusion, second-guessing, and quiet emotional weight, and they are not trying to control your life, they are trying to keep you from repeating a pain you no longer need to live through. Listen to this. You've been feeling them lately, haven't you? In dreams that feel vivid and real, in sudden emotions that arrive without explanation, in memories that surface at just the wrong or right moment. That is not your imagination. That is connection. Love does not disappear when the body leaves, it changes form. And right now, that love is urging awareness because a decision, a pattern, or a relationship is pulling at your energy in a way that needs light before it deepens. Your heart needs this right now because you've been telling yourself you're just tired, just emotional, just overthinking, when in truth, your intuition has been speaking steadily and kindly, asking you to listen before the cost becomes heavier. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael stands with this message because when protection is needed, clarity must arrive first. Listen to this. Archangel Michael does not bring chaos, he brings discernment. He does not demand, he equips. And the presence you are feeling is not meant to rush you into action, but to wake you up to truth. You are in the middle of a spiritual awakening, whether you've named it that way or not. Your tolerance for confusion has dropped. Your patience for emotional imbalance has thinned. Your desire for peace has grown stronger than your fear of change. These are signs of awakening. And the universe has been confirming this through patterns you can no longer ignore. Angel numbers appearing at moments when you doubt yourself, 1111 when alignment is calling you back to honesty, 222 when balance is being restored and something uneven must be addressed, 333 when emotion rises and asks to be expressed instead of buried, 444 when protection surrounds you even if you feel unsure or alone. Listen to this. These numbers are not decorations, they are reminders that you are seen, supported, and guided right now. Your heart needs this right now because ignoring guidance does not make it disappear, it only makes the lesson louder later. Don't scroll. The warning coming through is not about punishment, loss, or doom. It is about prevention. There is something around you, a relationship, a decision, a repeated pattern. That feels familiar but drains you quietly. Familiar does not always mean safe. Comfortable does not always mean aligned. And your loved one from heaven sees what you cannot fully see yet because they are not clouded by fear, attachment, or hope. Listen to this. They are not disappointed in you. They are protective of you. They are saying, please pause. Please notice. Please don't ignore what your body and spirit are telling you. Your heart needs this right now because you have a habit of enduring instead of addressing, of minimizing discomfort instead of honoring it. Don't scroll. This message is also tied to love, deep love, soulmate-level energy, and that's why it feels so intense. Soulmate connections are powerful, but power without clarity can overwhelm the nervous system. A soulmate is not meant to destabilize you, they are meant to meet you in truth. If there is a connection in your life that feels heavy, confusing, or emotionally inconsistent, this warning is not telling you to panic, it is telling you to be honest. Listen to this. Divine love never asks you to abandon yourself to be chosen. It never asks you to silence your needs to keep peace. Your loved one from heaven remembers how much you give, how deeply you feel, how often you put others first. And they are urging you to protect your heart the way you protect everyone else. Your heart needs this right now because you've been loyal to potential instead of patterns, and that loyalty has cost you peace. Don't scroll. You've been sensing a crossroads approaching, a conversation you've been avoiding, a truth you've been postponing, a choice you keep pushing into later. But later is not always protection. Sometimes later is how lessons repeat. Listen to this. The universe is slowing things down around you so you can see clearly before momentum returns. Delays, pauses, sudden stillness, these are not punishments. They are invitations. Invitations to choose consciously instead of reactively. Your heart needs this right now because you are strong enough to choose alignment without chaos forcing your hand. Don't scroll. There is comfort here too, not just warning. Your loved one from heaven is not anxious, they are calm. They trust your strength. They know you are capable of handling truth gently. They know you are ready to step out of survival mode and into self-respect. Listen to this. You are not alone in this moment. You never were. The love that raised you, supported you, and protected you did not end, it evolved. And now it is standing beside Archangel Michael, saying, "Pay attention. Choose peace. Choose yourself." Your heart needs this right now because you've been afraid that choosing yourself will hurt others. But self-betrayal hurts you, and that was never the plan. Don't scroll. The signs around you have been increasing because the window for awareness is open now. Songs with lyrics that feel too specific. Random reminders that hit your chest. Emotions that surface when you least expect them. These are not distractions. They are confirmations. Listen to this. Confirmation does not tell you what to do, it tells you that you are supported as you decide. And that support is real. Your heart needs this right now because you've been waiting for certainty before courage, when courage is what invites certainty in. Don't scroll. This part matters. You are not being asked to cut people off impulsively, to make dramatic moves, or to live in fear. You are being asked to wake up gently. To notice where your energy goes quiet. To honor the signals in your body. To trust the steady voice inside you over the loud noise around you. Listen to this. When love from heaven warns, it is always because it wants to spare you unnecessary pain. It wants you to learn gently instead of through exhaustion. Your heart needs this right now because you have already learned enough the hard way. Don't scroll. Take a breath. Let this settle. Notice what thought keeps returning as you listen, the situation, the person, the choice that won't leave your mind. That is not coincidence. That is direction. Archangel Michael stands with you now, not to decide for you, but to protect you as you choose. And your loved one from heaven is close, proud of your growth, urging you toward peace, not struggle. Listen to this. This is only the beginning of the message. What comes next will bring clarity about how to move forward without fear, how to protect your heart without closing it, and how to recognize what is truly aligned for you. Don't scroll. Stay present. Your heart needs this right now, and you were quietly chosen to hear it before the moment passes. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This second part goes deeper into the warning and the love behind it, because what is reaching you is not fear from heaven, it is clarity wrapped in care, urgency wrapped in compassion. Listen to this. The loved one watching over you is not trying to interfere with your free will, they are trying to protect your peace before you trade it away out of habit, hope, or loyalty to something that no longer nourishes you. You've been standing at a subtle but powerful crossroads, and it doesn't look dramatic on the outside, which is why it's so easy to ignore. It looks like normal life. It looks like routine. It looks like, I'll deal with this later. But listen to this. Crossroads don't always announce themselves with chaos, sometimes they whisper until you finally turn your head. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you've been sensing that something feels off but you can't quite explain it without feeling guilty or dramatic. You've been telling yourself you should be grateful, that things aren't that bad, that you can handle it. And you can handle it, that's the problem. You're strong enough to endure things that are slowly draining you, and endurance has been mistaken for destiny. Listen to this. Your loved one from heaven remembers how often you put others first. They remember how you learned early to be resilient, adaptable, understanding. And they are gently warning you now because resilience without boundaries becomes self-neglect. Your heart needs this right now because you've been normalizing emotional weight that was never meant to be permanent. Don't scroll. The warning is not about one single action, it's about a pattern. A pattern of staying quiet to keep peace. A pattern of giving the benefit of the doubt even when your intuition raises a hand. A pattern of hoping things will improve without requiring honesty. Listen to this. Patterns feel safe because they're familiar, but familiarity can keep you stuck longer than pain ever could. Your loved one from heaven sees the pattern clearly because distance brings perspective. They see how close you are to repeating an old lesson with a new face, or making the same compromise in a different form. And they are saying, please pause. Please don't walk into this on autopilot. Your heart needs this right now because awareness is the one protection you haven't been fully using. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael's presence here is significant because he is the guardian of truth and courage. When he steps forward, it is because something requires honesty before it deepens. He is not here to scare you into obedience, he is here to strengthen you so you don't betray yourself quietly. Listen to this. You've been feeling tired in ways rest doesn't fix. That's not physical exhaustion alone, that's emotional depletion. Certain conversations drain you. Certain connections leave you feeling smaller instead of steadier. Certain decisions feel heavy before you even make them. These are signals. And signals ignored become lessons repeated. Your heart needs this right now because you are being offered the chance to learn gently instead of through burnout. Don't scroll. The signs around you have been intensifying because timing matters. Angel numbers appearing not once, but repeatedly, especially when you're doubting yourself or thinking about the same situation again and again. 1111 when you're questioning whether to trust your intuition or override it. 222 when you feel torn between staying comfortable and choosing balance. 33 when emotions rise unexpectedly, asking to be acknowledged instead of suppressed. 44 when you feel tired but strangely protected, like something unseen is holding you up. Listen to this. These signs are not telling you what to choose, they are telling you that you are not choosing alone. Your heart needs this right now because support doesn't remove responsibility, it steadies you while you carry it. Don't scroll. This message also touches love deeply, and that's why it feels so personal. There is soulmate-level energy involved here, whether that soulmate is a romantic connection, a soul tie you haven't fully released, or even a deeper version of yourself that you've been ignoring to keep others comfortable. Soulmate energy amplifies everything: joy, longing, confusion, growth. And when timing or readiness is off, that amplification can overwhelm instead of heal. Listen to this. A soulmate is not meant to destabilize your nervous system. They are meant to meet you in clarity, safety, and mutual effort. Your loved one from heaven is warning you because you've been romanticizing intensity instead of honoring consistency. Your heart needs this right now because consistency is quieter, and quiet doesn't always feel exciting when you're used to emotional highs and lows. Don't scroll. You've been waiting for a sign that says, this is safe, this will work, this won't hurt you again. But signs don't always come as green lights. Sometimes they come as yellow lights asking you to slow down. Listen to this. Slowing down does not mean missing out. It means seeing clearly. And clarity is what you've been avoiding because it might require you to disappoint someone, change direction, or let go of hope you've been holding tightly. Your heart needs this right now because disappointment directed outward is kinder than disappointment directed inward. Don't scroll. The loved one reaching you is not anxious. They are calm. They trust your strength. They know you can handle truth without collapsing. They are saying, you don't need to rush. You don't need to panic. But you do need to stop pretending you don't feel what you feel. Listen to this. Suppressed truth doesn't disappear, it surfaces later as resentment, exhaustion, or regret. And regret is heavier than honesty ever will be. Your heart needs this right now because you've already carried enough weight silently. Don't scroll. You may feel resistance as you read this, the urge to say, this is too much, or I'll think about this later, or I don't want to deal with this right now. That resistance is not proof this message is wrong, it's proof it's touching something real. Listen to this. When truth threatens a familiar pattern, the mind tries to protect the pattern. But protection of the pattern is not protection of you. Your loved one from heaven is asking you to choose yourself before the pattern chooses for you. Your heart needs this right now because choice is power, and power grows when it's exercised consciously. Don't scroll. This warning is also about timing in love and life. You are approaching a moment where momentum will increase, opportunities, conversations, decisions will start moving faster. And when things speed up, it becomes harder to pause and reflect. That is why awareness is arriving now, in this quieter space. Listen to this. Quiet moments are where destiny adjusts course. Loud moments are where it tests what you learned. Your heart needs this right now because you are being prepared, not pressured. Don't scroll. You've been afraid that listening to this warning means something bad is coming. It doesn't. It means something avoidable is being highlighted. There is a difference. Heaven does not warn to threaten, it warns to spare. Your loved one is not saying, something terrible will happen if you don't listen. They are saying, something unnecessary will repeat if you don't. And you've repeated enough. Your heart needs this right now because repetition without awareness becomes suffering. Don't scroll. The comfort here is that you are not behind. You are not late. You are not failing at life or love. You are early enough to choose differently. Early enough to protect your heart before it hardens. Early enough to step out of autopilot and into intention. Listen to this. Intention is where peace begins. And peace is what your loved one wants for you more than anything. Your heart needs this right now because peace has been replaced by coping, and coping was never meant to be permanent. Don't scroll. As this part settles in, notice what thought keeps coming back: the same person, the same situation, the same decision. That repetition is not coincidence. It's focus. Archangel Michael stands with you now, steady and calm, reminding you that courage does not always mean action, sometimes it means acknowledgement. Acknowledgement of what drains you. Acknowledgement of what feels off. Acknowledgement of what you already know but haven't said out loud. Listen to this. Saying it out loud, even to yourself, is the first step out of confusion. Your heart needs this right now because silence has been protecting everyone except you. Don't scroll. This is not the end of the message, it is the deepening of it. What comes next will speak about how to move forward without fear, how to honor love without sacrificing yourself, and how to recognize alignment when it appears quietly instead of dramatically. Stay present. Stay open. You were guided here for a reason, and that reason is still unfolding. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This third part is where the warning from heaven turns into deep recognition, where the reason your soul has felt restless finally begins to make sense, and where the presence you've been feeling becomes clearer, calmer, and more reassuring instead of heavy or confusing. Listen to this. The loved one reaching you is not hovering in fear or anxiety. They are steady, grounded, and filled with a kind of love that no longer needs words to be loud. What they are trying to communicate is not panic, but timing. You are standing in a season where choices matter more than emotions, where awareness matters more than comfort, and where repeating an old pattern one more time could delay a peace that is already close. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you've been telling yourself you'll deal with certain things after this, once things calm down, or when you're more sure. But listen to this, some lessons don't wait for perfect conditions. They arrive when your soul is strong enough to face them without breaking. And you are stronger now than you were the last time you stood here. Your heart needs this right now because you've grown, even if you don't fully recognize it yet. Don't scroll. The reason the warning feels gentle but persistent is because you've been living slightly out of alignment, not in obvious chaos, but in subtle compromise. Small compromises of your time. Small compromises of your emotional energy. Small compromises of your truth. And small compromises add up. Listen to this. Heaven doesn't wait until things fall apart to speak. It speaks when things are still okay on the surface but quietly costing you peace underneath. Your loved one sees that cost clearly. They see how often you dismiss your own discomfort to keep things running smoothly. They see how often you choose endurance over honesty. And they are saying, with love, you don't have to do that anymore. Your heart needs this right now because you've mistaken self-sacrifice for strength. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael's role here is to help you separate truth from fear. Fear says, if you change, you'll lose something. Truth says, if you don't change, you'll keep losing yourself. Listen to this. The discomfort you've been feeling lately, the heaviness, the emotional fatigue, the lack of excitement where there once was hope, that is not random. That is your soul signaling that something needs to be addressed before it becomes resentment or regret. Your heart needs this right now because resentment grows quietly when truth is ignored. Don't scroll. You may have noticed that you're becoming more sensitive to energy lately. Certain places drain you. Certain people exhaust you. Certain conversations feel heavier than they should. This is not weakness, this is awareness sharpening. Spiritual awakening doesn't always look like light and bliss, often it looks like intolerance for what no longer fits. Listen to this. When your nervous system starts rejecting situations you once tolerated, it's because your soul has outgrown them. And outgrowing something doesn't mean it was bad, it means it served its purpose. Your heart needs this right now because you've been clinging to familiarity out of loyalty, not alignment. Don't scroll. The loved one from heaven remembers who you were before you learned to overextend. They remember your laughter before it became careful. Your openness before it learned to protect itself. And they are not asking you to go back, they are asking you to move forward with wisdom. Listen to this. Wisdom is love that has learned where to rest. And you are learning that now. Your heart needs this right now because you've been afraid that choosing yourself will make you selfish or unkind. It won't. It will make you whole. Don't scroll. Angel numbers have been acting like checkpoints along your path, not pushing you, just confirming you're not lost. 1111 showing up when you question your direction, reminding you that alignment is closer than it feels. 222 appearing when you feel torn, reminding you that balance requires adjustment. 33 when emotions surface unexpectedly, reminding you that release is not weakness. 44 when you feel tired but supported, reminding you that you are protected even when answers are slow. Listen to this. These signs are not meant to keep you waiting, they are meant to keep you grounded while you choose. Your heart needs this right now because grounding has been missing, you've been floating between hope and fear for too long. Don't scroll. There is also a love theme woven deeply into this warning, and it's important you hear it without fantasy. Love, especially soulmate-level love, is not meant to destabilize your sense of self. If a connection leaves you constantly questioning, anxious, or emotionally depleted, it does not mean the love is fake, it means the timing, readiness, or structure is off. Listen to this. Heaven is not against love. It is against suffering disguised as love. Your loved one is warning you because they see you romanticizing intensity instead of honoring peace. Your heart needs this right now because peace feels unfamiliar when you've been living in emotional highs and lows. Don't scroll. You've been hoping for clarity to arrive from the outside, from someone else's words, actions, or decisions. But clarity is arriving from within you now. You are starting to see patterns clearly. You are starting to recognize what drains you instead of excites you. You are starting to feel when something is off without needing proof. Listen to this. That inner clarity is the voice you've been waiting for. And it's why the warning is arriving now, because you're finally able to hear it without denying it. Your heart needs this right now because denial kept you safe once, but it's no longer serving you. Don't scroll. This message is not asking you to cut ties impulsively or make dramatic declarations. It's asking you to pause before you commit further. Emotionally, energetically, or mentally, to something that has already shown you its limits. Listen to this. Limits are not failures, they are information. And information used wisely saves you pain. Your loved one from heaven wants you spared, not hardened. Don't scroll. You may feel sadness as this sinks in, sadness for what you hoped could be, sadness for what might not continue, sadness for versions of yourself you're shedding. That sadness is allowed. It does not mean you are making the wrong choice. It means you are grieving honestly instead of suppressing. Listen to this. Honest grief heals faster than silent endurance. Your heart needs this right now because you've been carrying grief quietly, pretending you're fine when something inside you has been asking for acknowledgement. Don't scroll. The comfort here is this: nothing meant for you will pass you by because you chose awareness. Nothing aligned with your soul will be lost because you honored your truth. Heaven does not remove blessings when you protect yourself, it redirects you toward better ones. Listen to this. The warning is not, don't love. The warning is, don't abandon yourself to keep love. Your heart needs this right now because you've been doing exactly that without realizing it. Don't scroll. As you read this, notice what feels undeniable inside you, not loud, not dramatic, just steady. That steadiness is your intuition aligning with guidance. Archangel Michael stands with you now, calm and grounded, reminding you that courage doesn't always look like action. Sometimes it looks like finally admitting, this doesn't feel right anymore. Listen to this. Admission is the beginning of change. And change does not mean chaos, it means recalibration. Your heart needs this right now because recalibration is happening whether you resist it or not. Don't scroll. The loved one from heaven is not asking you to hurry. They are asking you to be honest. Honest with yourself. Honest about what drains you. Honest about what you deserve. Honest about what kind of love, peace, and life you are willing to accept going forward. Listen to this. You are not being judged. You are being supported. You are not being rushed. You are being prepared. And preparation is the greatest form of protection. Stay here. Stay present. This message is unfolding in layers for a reason. What comes next will show you how to move forward with steadiness instead of fear, and how to recognize alignment when it arrives quietly instead of loudly. Your heart needs this right now, and you were guided here before it was too late. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This fourth part is where the warning from heaven becomes an invitation to choose differently, where the presence you've been feeling stops circling the past and begins pointing you toward a future that feels steadier, safer, and more aligned with who you are becoming. Listen to this. You were never meant to live on emotional autopilot. You were never meant to keep tolerating things simply because you are capable of enduring them. And yet, that is exactly what you've been doing. Quietly, bravely, and at your own expense. Don't scroll. Stay with me. The loved one watching over you is not trying to take anything away from your life. They are trying to return something to it, your peace. They see the small moments you brush off, the subtle tightness in your chest you ignore, the way you tell yourself, it's fine, when your body says otherwise. Listen to this. Heaven speaks when the body whispers. And your body has been whispering for a while now. Your heart needs this right now because you've been confusing familiarity with safety, history with destiny, and effort with love. Don't scroll. This message is not here to shame you for that, it's here to free you from it. Archangel Michael stands beside you in this moment because truth requires courage, and courage grows when it is supported. You are supported. Listen to this. The warning is not about an explosion or a sudden loss. It's about a slow drain that can be stopped now. It's about a pattern that feels normal because it's repeated, not because it's healthy. You have been giving your emotional energy to situations that don't replenish it, hoping that patience will eventually turn imbalance into harmony. But harmony does not grow out of silence. Harmony grows out of honesty. Your heart needs this right now because honesty is what you've been postponing, with others and with yourself. Don't scroll. There is something important about timing you must understand here. Heaven does not warn when it is already too late, it warns when there is still a choice. And you are still in a place of choice. You can choose to continue as you are, managing discomfort and calling it strength, or you can choose to pause, reassess, and protect your peace before the weight becomes heavier. Listen to this. Choosing yourself does not mean you stop loving others, it means you stop disappearing in the process. Your heart needs this right now because you've been disappearing quietly, not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, energetically. Don't scroll. You've been telling yourself that once things settle down, once this phase passes, once someone changes or understands, you'll feel better. But listen to this, waiting for external conditions to fix internal misalignment only delays healing. The loved one from heaven sees that you are ready now. Not perfect. Not fearless. Ready. Ready to tell the truth to yourself. Ready to honor your intuition without asking permission. ready to stop shrinking your needs to fit spaces that no longer fit you. Your heart needs this right now because readiness has arrived, and ignoring it would be more painful than acting gently. Don't scroll. Angel numbers have been acting like mile markers on this journey, not pushing you forward, but confirming that you are not lost. When you saw 11 during moments of doubt, it was alignment reminding you that your path is adjusting, not failing. When you saw 222 while feeling torn, it was balance asking you to stop overgiving and start receiving. When you saw 333 as emotions rose unexpectedly, it was release asking to be honored instead of suppressed. When you saw 444 during moments of fatigue, it was protection saying you are being held even as you change. Listen to this. These signs are not meant to trap you in waiting. They are meant to steady you while you choose consciously. Your heart needs this right now because conscious choice is the difference between growth and repetition. Don't scroll. This message also reaches into love, real love, not fantasy, not longing dressed as destiny. You've been carrying a connection, a memory, or a hope that feels heavy because it's unresolved. And unresolved does not always mean unfinished, sometimes it means misaligned. Listen to this. Love that is meant to stay does not require you to constantly reinterpret silence, excuse inconsistency, or carry the emotional load alone. Love that is meant to stay meets you with clarity, effort, and emotional safety. Your loved one from heaven is warning you because they see you confusing intensity with intimacy. And intensity can feel powerful, but it often drains the nervous system instead of soothing it. Your heart needs this right now because you deserve love that calms you, not love that keeps you guessing. Don't scroll. You may feel sadness surfacing as you read this, sadness for what you hoped would be different, sadness for what you invested emotionally, sadness for the version of yourself that tried so hard to make things work. That sadness is not failure. It is release beginning. Listen to this. Release does not mean erasing memories, it means loosening their grip on your present. Your heart needs this right now because holding on tightly has been costing you more than letting go gently ever will. Don't scroll. There is also forgiveness here, not the kind that excuses behavior, but the kind that frees you from carrying resentment forward. Forgiveness for yourself, especially. Forgiveness for not knowing earlier what you know now. Forgiveness for staying longer than you should have. Forgiveness for loving deeply in a situation that couldn't meet you fully. Listen to this. You are not foolish for loving. You are not weak for hoping. You are human. And human hearts learn through experience, not perfection. Your heart needs this right now because self-forgiveness is the doorway to peace. Don't scroll. The loved one from heaven wants you to understand something crucial. You are not being asked to harden your heart. You are being asked to strengthen it. A strengthened heart can love without losing itself. A strengthened heart can walk away without bitterness. A strengthened heart can wait without suffering. Listen to this. Strength does not come from endurance alone, it comes from alignment. And alignment is what you are stepping into now. Your heart needs this right now because alignment changes how life responds to you. Don't scroll. You may notice subtle shifts beginning after this, less urgency to fix things, less anxiety about outcomes, more clarity about what feels right and what doesn't. These shifts are not detachment, they are grounding. Grounding allows you to see clearly without panic. Listen to this. Panic comes from fear of loss. Grounding comes from trust in self. And self-trust is what this warning has been building toward. Your heart needs this right now because you've been outsourcing trust for too long. Don't scroll. This part of the message is not about ending anything abruptly. It's about beginning something internally. A new way of responding, a new way of choosing, a new way of honoring your energy. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to explain it to everyone. You just have to live it. Listen to this. Quiet integrity reshapes lives more powerfully than dramatic declarations ever could. Your heart needs this right now because quiet integrity is what will guide you forward safely. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael's presence here reminds you that protection is not about building walls. It's about knowing when to open doors and when to close them gently. You are learning discernment. Discernment is not judgment, it is wisdom earned. And you have earned it. Listen to this. Every experience you've had has sharpened your ability to recognize what aligns with your soul and what does not. Your heart needs this right now because recognition precedes peace. Don't scroll. As this part settles, notice how the message feels less heavy and more steady. That steadiness is intentional. It means you are integrating truth instead of fighting it. And integration is what turns warning into wisdom. Stay present. Stay honest. Stay open. What comes next will not demand that you suffer to prove your faith. It will invite you to live lighter, clearer, and more aligned than before. And you are guided here now because you are finally ready to choose that path without fear.